in the height of the smoke. This is a perfect time to make you some money in the height of the smoke. You a fan, bro. You's a clown.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today we're going to talk about your boy Calboy, man. He's back at it. As we know, suddenly he came out of nowhere and just pretty much dissed DaBaby for whatever reason. Not even for whatever reason, because we kind of know the reason. However, it kind of was unexpected coming from Calboy. I know it threw me for a surprise, as it did a lot of people, because I see in the comments y'all saying that y'all didn't expect him to really go off the way he did on DaBaby, but he did. You know what I mean? So in a nutshell, Calboy made some interesting tweets at DaBaby over his collab album with NBA YoungBoy. Now DaBaby responded to Calboy with laughing emojis and just replied, "Do something," under a Sh0ts blog post they reposted of Calboy's tweets. Now, shortly after, Calboy went live on Instagram addressing DaBaby and was stating that in the height of the smoke, DaBaby decides to act like he's being respectful to King Von, but really clout chasing and being a fan by doing a collab with NBA YoungBoy and acting like it's just all for money and didn't know what was going to come with it, right? Now, I don't know. I'm 50-50 with this, like I explained in the previous video, because I do believe that maybe DaBaby did kind of know what would come out of this, right? However, like I stated before, him and Dirk's relationship probably wasn't that solid for him to sit there and be like, well, nah, I'm not going to do this. You know, a lot of people don't think of that. They say, oh, well, DaBaby should have just never did it. Well, you don't know how somebody's relationship is. You to sit there and make that opinion like, oh, he shouldn't have did this, he shouldn't have did that. Maybe he really don't like Dirk, who knows? Like, you just never know why things happen. However, we just know from what we see. And I'm pretty sure that DaBaby probably thought like, well, right now is a good time for a little bit of clout or the money. Maybe he really just did it for the money, because at the end of the day, right now, anything that the NBA YoungBoy touches, he's making a lot of money. And clearly, because DaBaby alleged that him and YoungBoy did the album in 2 days, and in this first week made $2.5 million. So, you know, like we don't know how true that is. It came from DaBaby. Who knows? All right, now I'm still lost as to why, to be honest with you, Calboy is so mad with DaBaby. Like, he was yelling, calling DaBaby all types of names, clowns, this and that. And I kind of think that Calboy already didn't like DaBaby, but used this situation to really unload on him. Y'all know how it go. Like, well, you don't like somebody, but don't want to look like you tripping, so you wait for the perfect opportunity to say something to that person. And when you do, you like overdo it. That's kind of like what this is, in my opinion. Because look, Calboy says that he got a song with NBA YoungBoy, right? So knowing you got a song with NBA YoungBoy and he's in the forefront when it comes to dissing Von and oblock and OTF, why you ain't do all this with YoungBoy? You know, that's somebody that you clearly have some type of relationship with, or some type of anything with, being that you guys got a song together. So why didn't you unload on him the way you going crazy on DaBaby? And pardon the unload, because that it sounds crazy, but anyway, yeah, it's like, why you didn't express your concerns with YoungBoy and do the whole social media antics that you're doing with DaBaby? Why are you so focused on DaBaby? And also, Calboy stated, I ain't OTF, I ain't oblock, I ain't none of that. And then he said, y'all know what's up with me, as he proceeded to look in the camera. Now the question is this: when you say things like that, you ain't OTF, you ain't oblock, and you say things like, y'all know what's going on with me, what are you saying exactly? You see what I'm saying? What are you implying? Because to me, it sounds like you're implying that you really on, you know, you really on that type of time, and maybe you feel OTF or O-block and them ain't. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you say things like, I ain't this person, I ain't that, but I don't really do. When you say things like that, that's the message, that's the energy you giving off. You know, so, and that's another thing. It's real messy over there, man. I don't know if Calboy not picking sides and he's just staying on his own side to where he's just defending his cousin King Von, or he just don't care and he like, yo, listen, I'm strictly going for DaBaby and that's it. You know, I ain't OTF, I ain't oblock or none of that. I'm going for DaBaby because King Von is my cousin. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just trying to think of all type of possibilities, I guess. Now, your boy Calboy started going off on people on his live because they started giving him flack about his comments and tweets. And then Calboy went on about unsolved murders that transpired and how he really got it rocking at shows and colleges that he was booked at. And this is what I be talking about with all this self-snitching. And you rappers, man, why bring up anything about unsolved murders on social media? Like, you see what I'm saying? They unsolved for a reason, so why bring it up? And what I find interesting is that he went on live to blast someone, and the fans ended up blasting him, and then he had to explain himself because he ended up making himself sound a little, I don't know, like I said, I don't really know, man. I really don't know what his beef with DaBaby is. It just sounded a little more personal than we all know. I don't know. Who knows? And in fact, I'm confused because someone in the comments on the live asked why he isn't saying anything about YoungBoy. You know, which was a good question because we all wonder that. Like I stated, being that he said he has a song with NBA YoungBoy, right? And his response was that he's not saying anything about YoungBoy because YoungBoy is standing on business and he's leaving it in the streets. Now, first of all, I don't know why these rappers try to make the entertainment industry like the streets. You see what I'm saying? I thought the mission was to get out the streets and be able to be there for your family and get away from the streets. But it's looking like these rappers are steadily trying to make it seem like the music business is the streets, and that's false. The music business is exactly what it say it is. It's a business. So for y'all rappers, please don't get caught up in trying to prove you so tough and end up doing time behind bars, because you could have actually stayed in the streets for all that. You know, and not only that, someone please tell me, what is YB standing on? Because he isn't keeping the streets. He ain't keeping it in the streets. This man dissing oblock and King Von every chance he get, telling dudes y'all gonna die and etc, etc. So maybe I'm missing it, but someone please tell me what business YB is actually standing on, you know, and how he's keeping the street. Now I'm assuming he meant that he's standing on business as in sticking to his word, but so is DaBaby. And DaBaby word is that he don't care what y'all got going on. He trying to get to a bag. Simple. That's his word. His word is nothing else, but he's trying to get to the bag, man. And I don't know, but you can't tell somebody who and who not to stand next to, especially when it comes to money. I'm sorry, but you can't tell somebody who and who not to talk to or do songs with or whatever the case may be, just because y'all got your own quarrels going on. Like NBA YoungBoy, he just put out a song called I Hate YoungBoy, and he's dissing a whole bunch of people, and I'm sure that DaBaby is friends with a couple of those people that YoungBoy dissed or whatever the case may be. And you don't see nobody else tripping. You don't see anybody else saying, oh, DaBaby did a song with NBA YoungBoy, I ain't messing with him. That's YoungBoy stuff, man. That's crazy how that sounds. That's YoungBoy stuff and NBA YoungBoy. When I say that's YoungBoy stuff, I mean that's kid stuff. You can't tell another grown man who and who not to get money with or talk to or whatever the case may be, especially if your relationship or friendship or whatever it is isn't that solid. And as a matter of fact, have anybody taken this into consideration, right? The same way DaBaby might have a relationship or friendship or whatever he got with Dirk or anybody on that side, right? Have anybody stopped and thought that maybe DaBaby has a relationship the same way with NBA YoungBoy, and he doesn't want to be in the middle of it? He just mutual and cordial with both sides. You see what I'm saying? So in order, while you want him to sever ties with NBA YoungBoy, that might cause a conflict within them, because they already have something going on. He just don't want to get in their beef. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, what if YoungBoy don't want him talking to that side? It's like a whole big mix-up, man. It's like being in the streets, right? And you know two dudes getting money. You know that they at war with each other, but you cool with both of them. It's kind of hard because you're in the middle, but a lot of times dudes be like, yo, listen, I'm not in that. I don't know what y'all talking about. I know both parties. That's it. You know, and that's usually how it goes. It's not about picking sides. I got nothing to do with y'all beef. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes you don't even know why they beefing. Sometimes it's over girls, sometimes it's over money, sometimes it's just jealousy. You never know what it is, man. That's why it's just best to stay away from it. If it ain't your beef, you stay away from it. If you cordial, you cordial. You ain't gotta always pick a side, man. And aside from that part of it, to be honest with you, I kind of agree with DaBaby when he said do something. You know, because I'm sure he's sick and tired. You had Mimo, you had Boss Top, now you got Calboy. That's a little too much going back and forth on social media, man. So with all the talking and going back and forth from all parties and everybody these days, and the threats on the IG lives, I'm pretty sure it's getting exhausted. So instead of talking on social media, just do something. And look, if you really was gonna do something, you wouldn't be on the internet telling the world that you're gonna do something. You would just do something. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, his response I kind of agree with, because I'm sure it's getting exhausting going back and forth with Mimo, then Boss Top, and then the Calboy. It gets exhausting. And then you got your boy Calboy. He's on Instagram live, opening his eyes all wide and screaming into the camera. I never understood why people do that on social media. I don't know if it makes them look more intimidating or feel more intimidating when they open their eyes wide and then they stare straight into the camera. I don't know, maybe you're supposed to be scared. It is what it is, man. Oh, not to mention, also, is it just me, or was Calboy sounding a lot like King Von on that live? Like voice wise, like, I could be bugging because I don't keep up with Calboy, so I don't know if that's how he normally is and normally talk, but watching that live definitely made me feel like he either really sound like King Von or he purposely trying to sound like Von. I don't know, but it's creepy. I just learned a day ago that they were actually cousins, and when you kind of really look at Calboy, you definitely can see a little resemblance. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. How y'all feel about that live and whatever Calboy was saying on the live. And if y'all missed the live, I'm gonna put a link to it, some clips of it in the comment section. So I'm gonna pin it so y'all can check it out for yourself, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. You know, that's pretty much it, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.